Greetings everyone, and welcome to another Sol at the Movies. I just got back from seeing Early Man by Aardman Animations. Here are my thoughts on it. So Early Man tells the story of Doug, who is an early man. He is a caveman, and he lives with a tribe of other cavemen who are rabbit hunters. But their life swiftly comes to an end when people from the Bronze Age invade the valley that they live in and basically take the whole thing so that they can have the bronze that's in the valley. The cavemen are all kicked out, and then Doug is swept away on an adventure where he has to, well, play soccer or football, whatever. It's British, so they just call it football, but okay, so there's a lot of things that I thought this movie would be. I thought it would be a The Croods style adventure where it was like this tribe has to go and find a new home kind of thing. What I did not expect it to be was a fucking sports movie of all things. I mean, this is a movie whose advertising was nearly as, like, blatantly lying to us as Brave. I mean, nowhere in any of the promos or commercials or anything I saw said anything about fucking soccer being the focus of the story. It's not really even about the cavemen, it's about soccer. Like, 80% of the movie is about soccer, and since I don't give a shit about sports or cavemen, it's not really off to a good start in that regard. I was just sitting there, like, confused half of the time. I'm like, so when does the adventure start? What is all this about soccer or football, whatever? But it just never happened. The adventure just never happens. It's about fucking soccer. So if you don't like soccer, then you're not gonna like this movie. Or, well, you won't like a big chunk of this movie, let's just say. Now, I actually used to play soccer, and I wasn't very good at it, but I did like playing it, but I don't care about soccer anymore, so. And I have never ever, not once, enjoyed something that is about cavemen. Except for possibly maybe sort of The Croods, but it's been a while, I'd have to rewatch it. So yeah, the plot is, I don't even know what to say about it. I think they missed an opportunity to have a big grand scale adventure. Instead it's just about soccer, so whatever. And in terms of the characters, there's Doug, who's the protagonist. It's just, you know, sort of the charming Aardman boy. He's nice. There's not really much to say about him. He's nice and brave and everything. Although I'm not really sure I understand what his motivation is. He wants to be a mammoth hunter, but then that never comes into the story because it's all about fucking soccer. So, I don't know, it's just, he wants to hunt big game, but that never happens in the entire movie. It just doesn't happen. Like, nothing you would think that is established in the first act happens. It's just fucking soccer for the last two acts. And I can't wrap my head around it. I can't get over the soccer. And, okay, anyway, there's also a girl character, Gula. Man, I just saw the movie and I can't even remember. That's how little the characters matter to me. Like, she's alright. There's also Hobnob, who is Doug's pet hog or something, like a warthog or something like that, or a prehistoric pig, but he acts like a dog, so who cares? And then there's the villain, Lord Nuth, who's like really, really French or something, and he wants to get the bronze from the valley, so that he wants to get the bronze from the valley, and then the valley people challenge him and his soccer people to a game of soccer to, I don't even know, man. I don't know. This is a weird movie. I mean, obviously, the animation is great. In fact, I think this entire movie was made as an excuse to show that Aardman could do extremely large crowds in stop motion. And hey, kudos to them. They did a great job. The pyrotechnics were cool, everything like that. So from a technical point of view, this movie is great. I have no complaints about the animation. It looks really good. It's got that Aardman charm to it with the overbites and the big round eyes, and I like it. It's definitely enjoyable. But other than visual charm, I can't say anything that great about this movie. It didn't make me want to vomit in terror or anything like that, but it's just, the whole time, I was too weirded out by the whole thing to really get invested into it. Like, only a couple of the jokes really landed. It's missing that Aardman edge, you know, that sort of creeping underlying darkness that a lot of Aardman productions have. You know, like you watch, like the Wallace and Gromit stuff, a close shave, and just the wrong trousers, and there's like this dark aura around them. There's like this such charming British mentality, but then there's this darkness underneath, and Early Man just doesn't have that. Like, why is it even about cavemen if it's about fucking soccer? It could have been like a group of people in the modern day who were getting thrown out of their houses because they found bronze underneath their house. Like, the cavemen part is just so inconsequential because the cavemen don't act like cavemen. Like, they speak perfect English, they're all pretty clean, they're all efficient at what they do, they're good hunters. Well, they're not great hunters, but it shows that they can hunt and everything like that. And their valley is perfectly fine. It's actually a lot cleaner and nicer than the place that the Bronze Age people live. And the Bronze Age didn't happen for, like, just thousands of years after the Neanderthals were around. So I just, like, this movie weirds me out. I don't understand its purpose. It has a really weird flow, although it does have a very clear 3-act structure, I will say. It's just got this weird kind of, like, stagnant-y flow to it that, I don't know, nothing about this movie feels natural at all. Do I think it shouldn't exist, though? No, like I said, the animation's great. If it's sort of a proof of concept kind of thing for future animations for Aardman, then I'm totally on board with that. I love what Aardman do. It's just, this movie's kind of, I can't put it in any other way than just saying it's fucking weird, okay? So if you like weird movies, maybe you'll like this. If you like soccer, maybe you'll like this. Or football if you're from the UK. Maybe you will, maybe you won't, I have no idea, but all I can say is that for me, I didn't like it. I didn't hate it. It wasn't as bad as a lot of the stuff I saw last year, but I just can't say that I liked it. It's just not my cup of tea at all. So many aspects of it are just really too odd, too misplaced, or just flat out not needed at all. So, take that for what you will, I suppose. And that's all I have to say about that.